What's going on, guys? Get some of these dragster parts painted. 5 more to go. I have to wet sand and buff them. Of course, they got full of trash, being black, of course. But I got to work on the ram a little bit. Get rid of this, get it out of my driveway. So I figured I'd turn the camera on, you know, make a little video. So basically what we got here is where we left off. We just left this. Rained here for a couple days now. I think the rain stopped for the week. We'll go ahead and bust this out. We got this most of the way roughed out. We used the porta power and pushed this out. I don't know if I did a video on that or not. But the bedside's flush. We got to work on our crease. Got a couple dents right here, a dent right here. And the rest of that's pretty much hammered and dollied out. You guys remember what it looked like. We're going to have to pull this too. I got the door in here. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to hit it with a Bondo hog and knock this down a little bit. And what I did was I sprayed Ospo on this. That's the metal prep stuff. So I have it right here. Somebody want to know how to spell that. And I don't know if I'm getting it in there or not. O-S-P-H-O, Ospo. Skilco, Skyco is the name of the company. You can get this at most hardware stores. This stuff's old. As the day's long. My dad turned me on to that, my stepdad, when we used to do Model A restorations. There's several less toxic versions, I guess, of stuff like that now. Metal Rescue and some of the other metal preps, but that does leave a protective coating on the metal and it won't rust. So that might be something you want to try. Ospo, it's cheap. Alright, that's the most part. That's just cleaned off. Make sure you get most of that stuff off of there. You don't want to put any filler over the top of that. Girl, stay in your yard. Don't get all crazy, okay? Good girl, you're the pretty baby. What you doing? Huh? What you doing? What you doing? I know you want to go for a ride. I know. Come on, Missy. Alrighty. So now we're going to do our pins next. It's hot today. Sure it's going to be in the 90s. 80s at least. 90 in the building. So, yeah. Guy wanted me to paint this dragster stuff without buffing it, but I don't think you can get a really killer paint job without buffing it. Maybe some guys can. They got a killer booth. I don't. I'm gonna grab a few pins here. There goes my tip. Some guys are wanting to know about shrinking with a stud gun. You know, if you got an oil canner, all you need to do is just stick that up there, pull the trigger for a while, it'll get hot, and run a cold rag over it and it'll tighten the metal right up. You don't have to have the special tip. You can use the tip with the hole in it that welds the studs on. It works just fine. Got my neighbors moving out. Let me get some new neighbors. See how that goes. Got a Missy, come on, in your yard now. I can't be watching you all day. Let's go. You know, they got like a 95, 96 Jeep over there. I want 500 for. Needs a tranny, no rust. So he's gonna take it to the scrap yard today. That won't be good. Got the money to buy it, or I'd buy it and I'll flip it. Fix the tranny. Found a tranny on Craigslist for $100. It's a 2-wheel drive. So, but it's a nice clean 4-door, you know, nice family keep car. Definitely sell. So you want to try to get your studs and your in the crease. Some of you guys got the new technology, actual machine. You don't have to stud it. I like that kind. That shop I worked at, we had a couple of those. I got tired of buying studs and bought a couple of those Spot Masters. This is an old H&S. Trigger's gone. This is going on 15 years old now. And you can buy these at Home Depot. They got the funky handle on the back of them, and they're not near as heavy as these. And some of you are saying, well, why would you want it to be heavy? Well, usually that's the windings and the electrical part that makes it heavy. And I've dropped this thing. It's got a hard plastic case. It's about ready to be replaced just because of the case. This is a 4500 Stinger, you know, Unispot. And you can buy these Unispots, I want to say they're right around 170 bucks for a real one. $70 more for the real thing. And like I said, H&S is a good brand. Stinger, they make a lot of stuff for body shops. And I think you can buy different tips for this too if you want to weld the chrome molding tabs on. You can do that. I've only used it for a stud gun. And they make the deluxe slide hammer that has the where you can tighten the pin. I've always liked this one a little bit. You don't have to, you know. But, personal preference, obviously. The screw one's the more expensive one. Going by there, looked like they were eyeballing real hard down here. They'll probably turn around. Looked like the guy with a Chevy truck. Monty, that's his name. Monty. Anyway, we just want to get you know, the majority of this out so we don't have to pack and whack it full of mud. Obviously it's going to have some Bondo in it. The other way you can tighten up the metal is if you put a pin in it and you hammer around the pin, pull on the hammer or the slide hammer. Tap around the area, that'll also tighten metal up. And they make shrinking hammers that are serrated on the back side that actually displaces the metal a little better. So just throw shrinking, sort of an art, you know. I remember the first time I had to do it, I was working at a dealership and got a repair panel. I really never shrunk a car before. We had a guy there that was really pretty sharp. He took him a couple days with me, but he taught me how to shrink and saved my ass on the job that I was doing. Sometimes you get over your head, you know. You got to work with some guys that'll help you out when you get in a jam. But that was a good shop, you know. Everybody helped everybody out. And, sort of got cutthroat at the end, but it wasn't because of the guys that worked there. It was just how Toyota does things. But anywho, I don't have to worry about any of that stuff anymore. No politics. No meetings every morning, you know. And zap a couple in here. Get a little low spot. I tried to work some of this out from behind, but couldn't get it all, so we're gonna have to put a couple pins here and give her a pull. 3 pins ought to do it there. I need a couple in this door, and we're gonna put a couple right here. Try not to set the inside of the truck on fire. Try to pull that out a little bit. Look for smoke. Always check for smoke. Anyway, hope everybody had a good weekend. This pin ain't stuck. Not gonna do anything. This one probably won't either because I didn't grind this because it's a little buried down in there. to get the small grinder in on it. Obviously we've got it to what looks like metal but is the E-coat. So we'll go ahead and take this off.
Hey, your other daughter's whining at the door, wanting to know why you didn't let her.
You can let her out. I don't even know where the other one's at. There we go. Got that compressor out of the back of the truck. It's junk. So I guess when it fell over, it not only broke the pulley off the electric motor, but it broke the pulley on the pump and bent the crank. So I'd have to buy a crank, a pulley, a flywheel, probably 2 rods, a rebuilt kit for the the top end of the motor, which I already planned on. I just didn't plan on the crank and the flywheel and the pulley for the electric motor, and I'm sure that's not cheap. It's all snap-on. I'm sure they don't make it, but so that's pretty much scrap metal over there. Got that out of the truck yesterday. That came by. So wanted to know why I hadn't taken it out of the truck yet. Didn't want to tell them that it was no good, but it's pretty much no good. So yeah, we were going to work a little bit of a trade out on that dragster for that compressor, but I don't think that's going to happen because it's useless to me now. Well, just unless I needed a bigger air tank, which I really don't need right now. But I'm going to price some of this stuff out, but I think it's going to be astronomical. So I don't know how many hours that compressor had on it. I know the guy bought a screw type. And would have been a nice compressor, but one thing you can't do in an air compressor is drop it. You don't like that. That didn't sound good. Thought that was a dragster part hitting the ground somewhere. Alrighty, sound like dragster parts hitting the ground, but wasn't. Probably buff some of that stuff in a little while. There we go, pop right out. Yeah, we're gonna need one more stud on this one. Got those a little hot. Drilled a little hole there. That's not good. Better now. We can get to it. About it for the studs. We'll go to the mud next and turn you guys back on for the mud video. like that kind. That's about that. Throw a couple right there on that door. These are the thick pins. I'm out of the small ones, so the thin ones work much better for just sheet metal work. These work good if you're going to do some pulling. I used to use them on the frame machine. I'd run a row of pins and put a clamp on there, and you can pull some amazing stuff with these things. Once you get a couple of them together, they become pretty strong. So we'll give this a yank, and then we'll pop it right out. Want to over pull. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and grind these pins off of here. We'll throw the mud down, and hopefully that'll be it for this one. It's just that bedside, the door, and the cab corner there, and then the other side. Got to do the corner, which should be pretty easy. I don't know. Won't be too bad. Got that one there. I'll do that one after lunch. Brown dog, Missy! Got the mower out, gonna cut some grass today. So yeah, grass is growing here and all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, I'll show you this compressor. What a shame. This is a really nice piece, you know. Obviously kept it outside, but that baby's bent, man, big time. He's like, oh, it's just a pulley. I'm like, no, the crank's bad. So obviously there's no issues with it. It ran fine and everything, so I don't know. It might be worth my while to pull that crank out and maybe try to have it straightened or pick up another crank somewhere. It's a 7.5 horse motor, 80 gallon tank, 220, dual stage. So it's 22 CFM. So it's 6 or 7 CFM better than what I have now, and I'm sure it would be a really nice compressor fix, but I just don't know about compressor parts. Sometimes they get hard to find and they do get expensive, so that's what we'll do. We'll research the flywheel, obviously, and the crankshaft. It's a force oiler motor though, so it's a nice piece. But yeah, that's about it. Got 5 more dragster body parts to paint. Well, I got the top piece, the 2 top pieces there, the head scoop, the seat bottom, and there's something else. I don't know. Tried some shims on this. Still no go. You can see it. So you see the hinge move. Oh, you can't see it on camera, but man, that thing's so damn close you'd never even see it. Normal guy. Come on! But anyway, so we're still looking for a door for this. There you go, chain black. It's pretty clear in there. That's my shirt. She's pretty slickum. We sanded it with 2000 and buffed it, polished it, spit shined it. She's looking pretty good. So we'll get that finished up tomorrow. We got a few more pieces to buff. And then we'll start painting those last few that we got. I didn't want to paint anymore until I got these buffed and out of here. So I got this inside. Maybe tonight after, well, I don't know. It's pretty late now. Probably get back on this tomorrow and throw some mud on that. We got it ground down. We got all our dents pulled out. She's looking pretty good. Get that spot fixed. Maybe later tonight I'll come out and pull the tail light out of this and look at this side over here. It's a little tight over here though, so I'll probably just pull the light out. But yeah, tomorrow we'll get this one in primer for sure and get the rest of this stuff painted black. And both these can get out of here this week and that'll be good. Good. Let's cut the grass. Got to do that. I don't know how dark this is. There we go. Yep. Cut that. Cut this neighbor's over here. He's moving out, so I just knocked that down. It was getting a little tall. Couldn't see the cats over there anymore. But yeah, hope everybody had a good day. Mine was pretty productive. Got this knocked out and we got that dragster going. That's quite the production of buff black. So I pulled these two little spots out, so those are good to go. And yeah, we'll do a little Bondo in tomorrow. I might throw a thing of fiberglass down on that first. Might be a little, it's not too bad. Probably just go straight with Bondo. Really don't need any fiberglass on that. There's no really deep spots or anything. So yeah, hoping that guy will come pick some of these dragster parts up tomorrow so I can not have all this shiny black paint around, because it just never works out. Yeah, shiny parts and freshly built motors don't stay that way if you don't pick them up. So I'm pretty sure they're waiting to put this car together, so he'll probably come get this right away. So that's what's going on. We'll get Hans to make us up a little video and I'll throw this up. Man, that's some shiny shit. I wish my car was like that. Years from now, probably, maybe. This one's looking good too. It needs I went back to the wool pad on that black and the wool really cuts fast. So those are the two pieces, main two body pieces left. This one's gonna need a little more body work, the big one, because that black's just super shiny. It'll show every little imperfection. What's up, big cat? Oh yeah? I'd like to ask you a question. What do you want to ask the YouTubers? Come here. Come here, big boy. Are you a pretty kitty cat? Are you a pretty kitty cat? Yeah? Say hi, Oscar. Tell your daddy to come to the YouTube party. Alright, let's go get that dog. Is it being a pain in the ass? Alright, guys.